battle that we face. We defy the dark's embrace. Legends growing with each stride. In unity we confide. No fear in our eyes, just stars guiding us through endless wars. Destiny is in our hands. Together we take a stand. We are the light in the darkest night. With strength and valor we fight. Armored hearts shining bright. We will defeat the evil tonight. As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory we are free. Timeless heroes, legends glad. Together we save this land. We are the light in the darkest night. With strength and valor we fight. Armored hearts shining bright. We will defeat the evil tonight.
Immorals.
Welcome back to Original GM. I am Hupahu, once again joined with the gang, Cikala, G, Hawk, Ryan, and Dez. Welcome back, viewers. Episode 50. Goodness.
A lot of episodes.
Next weekend will be the season finale on
Seems like we're
Twitch.
being cheated.
3 episodes. 1, 2, 53. And then 54 for the funeral. And season 4 will be over. It's been a ride.
Yeah, it has.
Been a lot of fun. But I think I mentioned last week that we're going to do 156 episodes for season 5. So you'll be able to play these characters for another year.
Yay.
As usual, we will take November and December off. So yeah, there's that. But we'll still have content up on YouTube, continuing on there that you can go and check out. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit the ding ding on YouTube. Follow us here on Twitch. Go ahead and take a look at www.highestlevelofall.com. Get our bundle. If you buy the bundle, instead of just one book, you'll also get the choice to download 3 albums that we will have up. 2 albums by the Council Fucks, the vampire band that Sabian's the lead singer and bard of. And then Eris's album. I think she has 2, so we might.
She will have 2. I'm almost done with the first one.
What are they called?
Heroes Embrace and Timeless Threads.
Nice. A lot of hard work there.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. It's all really cool musical.
The only one that's up there right now is the Council Fucks Groveling for the Enemy.
Groveling for the Enemy, which is just
It's
Just
epic.
phenomenal.
anyway. Yeah. So welcome back, viewers. I keep forgetting now that I've switched things the way that it is. I keep forgetting to put our intro music in.
Hear it in my sleep, dude.
There we go. Once again, thank you to Adrian Von Ziegler for the music.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this episode will take place strictly in the city of Volskarr with the immortal characters. We will not be going to space this episode. Which
All right.
means that the season finale will probably be something involved with that. I always try to throw you guys for a loop on the season finale. They're always epic, but might not have thrown you for a loop this time. Might be very obvious what's going to happen. So, we'll see. Anyway, you guys doing all right?
Right?
Not with a damn word.
Nope.
Well, let's go back to where we left off on our last episode, where yes, you were sleeping in the corner. You guys were in the wonderfully ancient Vermont Manor. Recall it started raining.
Storm of brewing.
There were Alex and Andrew, Alexandria, just
When Val is done meditating, she's gonna get up and go to the other end of the room, to the corner by the weapons racks. And she's gonna start dancing and performing ceremony from Way of the One skills. Do you want me to read that?
Sure.
Character with this skill can reach a state that makes it impossible to surprise them, connecting them to the energy of the way. This skill requires 20 minutes of preparation and involves a procedure being performed with non-combat items such as pouring of liquids into containers, dancing in a circle, or even drawing in dirt with a stick. Subtract 5 minutes for each slot spent up to a maximum of ×4, or 5 minutes of ceremony prep. The skill requires successful wisdom check, and they receive a +1 to this roll for each slot spent. So she only has one slot, but the check would be 25, and it would be 20 minutes. And then she's never used that before. I just realized I don't know how long that lasts for.
It lasts while you're dancing. After you do the preparation, after that, but as long as you're sitting right there,
As long as we're
continuing
in
to
this
dance,
room.
continuing to dance, you will not be able to be surprised.
Okay.
It is not
Yes.
something that
It doesn't stay with you.
it does as long as you stay in the same spot doing the ceremony.
Okay.
But it's a good way to practice. So it can be used for things like, camps and stuff, like camping, like you're out at night, you need to watch and shit like that. So,
Cool.
Still pretty cool though.
Just a state of
Yeah, so she's up there swinging her blades, doing her thing. The rain is coming down on the outside. You hear it pitter pattering. Like I said, there is a sense of foreboding in the air. What do you guys want to do?
See the map?
the map of it.
Such a badass picture.
It is so cool.
If anybody
Zero.
starts talking, Star will join them.
Zero, stand up. She's done getting her spells. She'll go sit on Gordon's lap.
Okay.
What's your plan?
House of Bane is all the way across town. We don't know what's between here and there, but maybe the rain and the darkness might help provide cover for us to move in, at least outside, and check things out and see what it's like.
If those bells are in fact for your house, it could be a meeting call.
Or it means I know we're here.
I would not know, as even though I'm of that house, I have not spent time in Volskarr.
It is a common occurrence in the city, and it would not surprise me if that was the case, given Alexandria's thoughts on the matter.
It's weird though, right? Like right now, with everything that's going on, to let everybody know that there's a meeting.
Seems odd, but I mean, Godwin, is it odd at night to hear bells?
I would say it's bells happen all the time in the city. It's just depending on what the house is using them for.
I didn't mean nighttime, I meant the war and the immortals killing immortals in the streets.
I was
Now,
If it is a calm out in the city, it could be a beckoning call. They could know that you are here and are trying to get you to come now. Or they could be calling everyone. They could be the ones that are helping push people out, and now they're calling them back to the house.
If she can hear them talking, Star's going to go over and sit somewhere on that carpet.
Zero would look over at Alex and Alexandria and she would say, you guys heard anything out of the Vane family since you've been here? Nothing?
We have not heard anything out of anybody. The streets have been dead. No one dares walk them. What we just did was not something that we have done in the last since all this took place. We have stayed away from walking the streets. We have come and gone from Elysium, but we have not used the waterfall as it's no longer working.
What happened to the waterfall?
We don't know. We know that the portal that was present there that went to Elysium has been closed.
Zero would say, I would be very weary of that water. Now she's here, then most assured that that water's a trap. It could have disease, it could have all kinds of things.
A little bit
No,
more
I-
about the rain.
What if that rain makes the river overflow?
Disease will spread.
Yeah.
All over the city? We should be aware of even stepping on it.
Well, what are we going to do? Just stay here in the manor and
No.
protect it? I mean,
That is the other interesting thing. The Dumont Manor has always been a safe haven for immortals. The fact that there is none here, coming here, nor in the streets,
Now,
can never be a good sign.
I don't know about any of you, but I can move through shadow like you move through light. So,
I would suggest we put on some returns, some recalls on us here to the house.
okay.
Absolutely.
I don't recommend traveling alone.
No.
Alex, can you put recalls on us? He's like, yes, I have enough scrolls that I can do so. He would start pulling scrolls out. Alexandria would say, I do not feel safe traveling the streets, and I am somewhat leery with you doing so as well, but I know that I cannot keep you from going where you need to go, Gordon, but at the same time, I think you should be aware that there is great danger out there. These recalls might perhaps be your saving grace.
Do you know another way to get there?
So currently, traveling in and out of the city is a bit sketchy. If you use the conduit, it works just fine. Normal teleportation and such devices as that don't work in certain areas. We've found that there are areas within the city where the magic is strange and not working correctly. Also areas where there is none at all.
So we're talking dead magic and wild magic zones? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. It probably has something to do with the quickening effects that have taken place with the immortal battles. But I don't know.
Hmm.
Billy will walk back over. So even if we can see an area, doesn't necessarily mean that teleportation will work. Like we could see the Vane Manor, but that doesn't necessarily mean we can teleport there.
Right now, you can't see. Not with this rain coming down. There's also a fog that has been lifting up.
Fog?
There's lightning. Yes, there's a fog.
Fog is dangerous. They use that trick on us at Cusacutin. And more too, remember? Fog? She would look at board, remember? Fog? Was killed. If you remember.
Yes.
We should be wary of that.
He'll
Still-
start to pull out scrolls and put word of recalls on all of you,
Divine.
or divine recall on all of you. He'll, yeah.
So, sticking to the shadows, being seen, those types of things.
Yes, and of course,
Now,
looking ahead of where we're headed, you know, paying attention.
should look at Alexandria. Now, this is the first time I've been to Volskarr, so are places like the ethereal and the shadow.
Yes. Since the gate is opened, it is just like the prime. He gets recalls put on every one of you back to this room.
Thank you, Alex.
Of course. I had a feeling that I might need these scrolls.
Always one for forethought.
I know that there are certain spells that may not work on you all now that you are immortals. But that one will.
So, are we doing recon? Is that the plan? Or are we trying to get inside?
Alexandria says, as far as Valk is concerned, justice must be brought to the city of Volskarr. We must find the council. We must do all we can to put them back into their seats of power.
Do you think they're here?
I do not know. I would assume some of them are. They would not have left this city.
Names might be helpful. So
The council members are all masked. Names are not
See.
something that is used with the
so nobody knows who the council
No one
members are.
knows who the council members are, but they do know where they are from.
Okay. Well, perhaps. Let's take a break.
We're going to go ahead and take a break right there, you guys, and we will be right back. Go ahead and take a break right there, you guys, and we will be right back. And we're back. All kinds of technical difficulties. All right. So, what are you gonna do? Anthea was gonna do something.
So Anthea is going to tell Godwin, if I can get outside, I can try to see if I am able to get a sense of anything outside of the manor.
It would definitely help us get some movement initially to plan our paths toward the Vane Manor. If I can get a little further across the city, I can then try to detect myself to see if there's anything ahead of us into the Vane Manor.
Can you move through shadow?
And I can put the cloak on and be almost invisible in shadow.
Good. Then I will go with.
So, Alexandria, you said that the council members are nobody knows who they are.
Yes, the council members are masked. No one knows who they are, but you can use certain magics to detect them, of course. Now, like I said before, they're hunters looking. They're immortal looking for. When the chaos first erupted, the city was in a way opened, but also sealed, meaning that there were immortals within the mountainous ranges and the pathways out of Volskarr, looking and preparing for the councilman and other immortals.
Is there an underground?
No, there's no underground within Volskarr.
It's all rock.
There are basements in some of the structures, but there are no underground tunnels, unless they have happened since the undertaking, since things have changed. They actually were outlawed, and many of the gods and the councils saw to it that underground tunnels were not accepted within Volskarr. There's no need for sewers and things of that nature because most of the immortals do not use such things. And the magics placed upon the working trappings of water and things of that nature are all pipeless, and there's no need for aqueducts or anything.
She uses telepathy for Alexandria. I have a book that might be of use for you. I can lend to you. It's a book of names.
Yes, I am familiar with such dark books. They are very dangerous.
They are
What use would I have of such a thing right now?
to find these people. I don't know for whom we are looking. You do.
Well,
What magic works to find the members?
well, there are certain magics that I could use that might do such things. I can use divination. The problem is most magics have to be of a greater form. So when I speak of there are ways of finding them, I speak of ways of greater magics that are cast by greater powers and immortals, and beings that have artifacts and things of that nature. I could cast divinations, and I am quite skilled with such things, as well as Alex, such as looking for a location where a council member might have stepped, as opposed to looking for the council member themselves. Things of that nature. Is the last location that a council member stepped in this direction, or that kind of thing.
And then we can track them.
So I can tell you that, and she'll pull up a map, and she will show you this area located over here. This is the council halls. This is where the council members were. And as you can see, it is dead with no light, no nothing. That is where they met. So you guys are here, and the council halls are here.
So, I don't know if it helps, but I've been to many places in the city, and I know several of you have as well, you know, growing up here and stuff, but I've been to and inside of the Vane Manor and other buildings in the city as well. I don't know if that helps in any way
Well,
with the dead magic zones, the ability to possibly not to even be able to teleport to those places. But maybe with your divinations.
so if we're going to go to the route of transporting magically, then we're bringing on ourselves
But,
the ability to be detected.
Mm.
but you just said you did say that the immortals had no need for waterways, but there are waterways. So immortals that were in the city didn't use them.
Well, there are not waterways underground. There is locations inside of the building, such as over here. And she walks over to where the sink is, where water comes out. But when it comes out, it disappears magically. It does not go into any kind of a sinkhole or a pipe that goes down. The only other waterway would be the river itself.
Zero would say, so any kind of magical transportation, plane, ship, teleport, will get us noticed.
Well, it
is
could
what
be
you're saying.
used. We could
be
use that
tracked.
to move around. Now, you're looking at the map right now and you can see everything, but you don't know what it looks like outside. You have not been out there. You know it's raining. You know there's a fog. You might not be able to see past the fountain in front of the Dumont Manor. You don't know.
So, well, I'm gung ho, so I'm going to at least go and look outside. But before, I'm going to put on non-detection on my shield, turn that on,
Okay.
and I'm going to walk out to the fountain, obviously observing, like going slowly looking around as I'm doing that.
Okay.
Val,
All right.
Zero would
And
say, I'm
Thea,
ready.
Anthea opens the door. When you open the door, it is raining like crazy. You could see out and you could see the fountain and the structure beyond the fountain and the cobblestone. The city of Volskarr, basically at night, is a place of, with this rain and everything that's going on, it's a place where unease hangs heavy in the air. You can feel it in the air itself. It's like a blanket of tension that seeps into the very bones of your body as you look out into the streets. The once grand avenues that are out in front of the manor are mostly clouded by fog and rain. They look really eerie and still. There's a kind of silence that feels unnatural, as if the city itself is kind of holding its breath. The cobblestones are glistening faintly under the pale, sickly light of the moon and reflecting the stagnant river or stagnant water that's sitting inside of it, inside of the streets. There's a stench of decay in the air that you believe probably comes from the river itself. The only thing that breaks the stillness is the relentless downpour, the rain that's just lashing against the stone and cooling in uneven cracks and painting the streets with a shimmering coat of basically filth and misery. It does not look fun. There's thunder that's rumbling in the distance, rolling ominously through the air, as lightning sporadically illuminates the shadows of alleys and the eerie flashes revealing fleeting glimpses of what look like figures lurking in the darkness here and there. There's an occasional flicker of movement as you stare out past past the fountain, off towards the direction towards the Vane Manor. There's like a flickering movement and a faint blur that you see. You think it might be a flash of a blade, or the scuttling of something really quick that has metal on it, but it's too far and too dark and raining too hard to basically identify it. But it immediately puts your nerves on edge, Anthea. Behind you, Val is staring over her shoulder, so you see the same thing, Val.
Zero will get up and walk to the door if they're
Okay.
acting like they're gonna go out.
Are you going to step out?
She's gone.
She had to go.
When
Okay.
they see that, Val is going to use her new immortal ability to call a familiar. It's 1 mile per level. Because you said she could even have humans. So I'm curious if that will pick up humans in the area.
Okay. How are you using this ability?
It's one of one of the 5 immortal abilities from her sphere.
I think she just missed that very last part about the person or whatever it was that she saw.
Yeah, we're kind of moving ahead of what you're
That's up.
just doing.
Yeah, no, I'll wait for her. I'll wait for her and see what she wants to do first. I wasn't looking, so I
Cool.
didn't realize she was gone.
Sorry.
She had to run real quick. She'll be right back.
So, give me just a second here.
Yeah, if she sees the two of them going to the door, Zero would get up and go over there. You feel me? Kind of have your backs.
Yeah, I mean, Godwin's obviously going to go. Just piling all into the door.
Yeah. There was a pause in time.
I don't know. I hear a lot of noises up there. I don't know what the hell's going on.
That's okay. I need to look something up anyway, real quick.
So what you
I
guys
want to
is
make sure everything is okay.
No idea. I don't even know when my birthday is.
you know what your zodiac sign is?
I don't even know when my birthday is.
I'm a Fidus.
Like what?
Eric taught me that.
How would I even figure out my damn birthday?
There's got to be a spell for that, right?
Probably.
You roll
She's
for
gonna-
lucky. Go with your character. Everybody,
She's gonna pull out a piece of jerky.
Everybody rolled up their birthdays.
Right, but Val doesn't believe that's her real birthday.
Oh, got you. Got you.
I was like, that's not my real birthday. That's bullshit.
She'll pull out a piece of jerky and bite it.
She's like, I don't care.
Yeah, mine's Fidus right before the equinox.
Matter of
Actually, the
fact,
day after the equinox.
it's not even written on her current character sheet. That's how much she doesn't believe it.
I know what Billy's birthday is.
I was fixing to say, hold on.
It's the
Yeah.
first of Una.
I can find it.
It's
found
the first of
Look.
Una.
I found her original book the other day.
It's the first of Una.
Is it?
Mhm.
Is it for real?
I don't know.
Is it for
I don't think it is. I think that's a lie. Just like everything else in my life has been a lie. No. Yeah. Eris told me that. Eris told me I'm a Fitus and that my sign is the wolf. No. I think yours is like what's it called? The star or something. Does she have astrology? Well, let me look. No, she didn't have astrology. She has no fucking idea what your sign is. So when all this bullshit's over, I'm gonna see if this new thing that I have works on me. If I can use it on me. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Raven Sabian said, fuck your memories. We don't want them. Yeah.
I forgot she has an earring in. One earring. Y'all didn't even
Oh my god, now they're both gone. Yeah, they'll be back. I didn't notice. That's why I was bullshitting. She needed backup. Gordon's the endless snake, the one that eats itself.
What's the zodiac sign for fawn?
Unicorn.
Ew.
There's the star, the unicorn. See if I can pull all these out. The endless snake. Fuck. The knight, the bull, coin, the wolf, the dragon, the crystal. I can't remember them all. There's like 13 of them. We did 13 months and 28 days in each month. No, when she comes back, if you want to go back and tell her that again, and I'll wait. Like, let her do her thing first.
Take two.
I didn't realize she jumped
Yeah.
up and ran.
Let's go ahead and take a break. It looks like they
Take a short break.
had a child emergency or something going on. So,
We had to take a quick call for.
okay, that's
We
fine.
can take a quick
We'll,
break. No
we'll
worries.
be right back.
Dun dun dun.
Here we go. And we're back. Okay.
Okay. Right.
So, Anthea,
He looks
Yes.
side of her.
you saw a glint. Your vision, because of the rain and the fog, your vision is only about 60 feet, which is just past the fountain. But of course, you can see flashes and things like that, and you do see a flash way over here in this location. You're not sure if it's a blade or something moving or a reflection from the lightning strike on a building or what it is exactly.
Okay.
But the streets, up in front of you, they're deserted. But it does feel like the eyes of predators are watching you from the shadows, or from darkened alleyways. It's promising danger out here. You can feel it. Behind you, Val casts a spell,
Zira steps up behind
and
them.
Zira's behind you as well. Val, when you cast a spell, you see a glow above the building, Anthea, that's kind of a light blue in color, and it just appears like right above where you guys are standing in the doorway. You cast this spell, and it reaches out 5,000 and some odd feet, this ability. It goes through the whole city, and you feel so many individuals get touched by this spell as you reach out to try to cast and find a familiar. And you can't count the number of individuals that are affected by this spell. It does not take them over. None of them become familiars, but they are quite aware that something just happened.
You'll communicate that to everybody.
And as that happens, a blue light appears above you shortly after, glowing and just kind of sitting up right above where you're at.
She'll pull Xanthea
Anthea?
back through the door.
Right. When she pulls you back through the door, Anthea, you can resist it or if you want. It's up to you.
No.
But as she does so and her body moves, the light moves with her right above her head.
Zira will back up. The fuck? What is
Like
that?
it's in the house?
No, it's above the house.
Okay.
But it's like it's attached to Val. It's like it's showing her location.
Do you tell us what you did?
Yeah. Yeah, she will immediately. She'll say,
She'll look at Alexandria. Is that illegal in Volskarr?
No.
Why is that happening?
No.
It's above the house. It's
I do not think we are
It seems like that's-
unwitnessed and unknown in Volskarr any longer.
we need to dispel that.
Whatever you cast, what did you cast?
Find familiar?
Her eyes get big.
So that would mean that everyone
Yes.
knows that we are here.
Anyone within 5,200 and some odd feet would have been affected by that immortal ability and had the possibility of being snatched up as a familiar. In other words,
in other words,
Ding
they
dong.
knew where the spell was being cast on them
and we're able to resist it.
and were able to resist it.
I think that immortal was super powerful and therefore they're not scared. Like maybe it could be like an intimidate. I don't know.
We need to dispel that, Gordon says. We need to dispel that.
I would definitely agree. The spelling it, it's a beacon saying over here.
Quickly.
See that there is a beacon.
He will attempt to cast Dispel Magic on you. He'll say, accept my spell. You see the blue light go out. It was there about 5 seconds or so, 10 seconds or so, something like that. Do you allow her to pull you back inside?
Yes.
Okay. So the door, you close the door?
Yeah.
Okay. So the door's closed. All right. So you guys are sitting inside right now.
Zero will go over to the window.
Okay.
Can I zoom out really quick? And look out her ancestral vision, the one that allows her to see, the one that allows her to see like temperatures.
Okay.
And she'll just kind of look out, try to be sneaky about it, you know.
Okay. You look out the window and
Not to those in the house, but
there is a lot of cold out there, a lot of blue colors. As you're standing there at the window and you're doing that, you're not picking up any unnecessary heat sources. You hear strange and feel it too, a strange unearthly noise that echoes faintly, and you can feel it in the window as you're looking out. It kind of, the window kind of shakes just slightly. You're not sure if it's being carried by the cold wind that's blowing or what. And then just a couple seconds later, there's a low guttural growl, and it sounds like there's a whisper attached to it as well. But you're not sure where it's coming from. But it's, you know, it's outside, but you're not sure where outside.
she'll say to everybody, "Do you guys hear that?"
You guys didn't hear it or feel it, and it was real faint to you. Like,
There's like a whisper or a growl. Something shook this window just now.
lightning goes across the sky and interrupts it. It also makes you jump a little bit. You're like, what the hell? And flashes across the sky from the storm.
God damn it.
So there's hundreds, if not thousands, of beings in this city. It is not empty the way that it appears to be.
And every single one of them now know that we are here and trying to reach them.
Well,
Well,
they know that
They
an
know that-
immortal.
they know that an immortal is here and tried to find a familiar.
Well, they may not know that exactly. They would just know that some sort of mental magic use that they had to resist. They may not know exactly what it was. And some of them may. And when you did it, since you were reaching out to get a familiar, it was like all the buildings that are close to you and more beyond. The tower that's in front of Mont Manor, the 4 low tops,
Mm-hmm.
there were beings in those as well. There were beings to your east as well in those buildings.
Yeah.
None of these beings, though, were like low enough level to be affected by your spell. Like, they didn't, whoever they are, they're not.
Every building around being, they are of high level to resist immortal magic. They're not, of course, they are normal people.
Off in the distance, you guys hear what sounds like metal clashing on metal.
Growl outside of this one. I
So
don't see anything.
is there a back way out of this place?
So the Dumont Manor does have a back door that goes into the back, but it's beyond. You would have to go through this door to the west of this room that you're in. If you see that blue, that's the roof that's on the building that you're in. And then enter into the dojo and then go beyond that room through the other door on the opposite side into that building, which extends farther.
Getting on the roof is a good thing. I would be okay with that.
How far are we from the conduit where we came in?
So the conduit that you guys came through is located right here. And you came from there this way and that. There are other conduits as well. That's not the only one within Volskarr.
Right.
How do I get to that roof?
I think you should be careful going out there by yourself.
Well, you'd need to, Alexander said you'd need to go outside, out the door, and climb up. You could go through the manor all the way to the other side. There is a back door located behind this structure. You guys are here.
I would have to climb either way I go.
Yes.
I can climb. I want to inspect. Investigate, I think is the word, yes. We need to study the situation.
Zara, you're standing at the window and you can hear, faint screams rise and fall and the clashing of weapons. They die out pretty quick and then come on again and die out pretty quick.
She would say there's fights going on. I can hear them.
This is interesting timing.
She's gonna cast a necrosite. But she's gonna use the arcane eye from the necrosite.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it?
I know what it does. You can see through it and move it forward. Correct?
Yeah, it's
It does glow though.
does it?
It is a glowing.
Oh, okay.
You can
Okay.
read it.
The spell summons an arcane eye that is connected to the caster, allowing them to see through the eye. The eye can travel at 240 feet per round. The eye glows with an arcane energy of its caster. It cannot be harmed, but can be dispelled. Okay. Glows. Maybe that's not a good idea. Never mind, I didn't realize it glowed.
Okay.
I can go out in mist. Oh no, it's not in the rain. Never mind.
My curiosity is that you used the magic, the magic that you used triggered the blue orb. Why is that magic that's triggered?
Likely, Gordon will say, most likely that was a protection on one of the individuals that her spell affected.
Probably a contingency or something like that.
Something like that.
So if we were to,
And I doubt they even saw it because
Yeah, you just spelled
it wasn't there very long and there's a lot of rain and fog, so they may not even know the location.
Because most of the time with that spell, nobody would even be able to tell that it was me. Like they would know that they had been casted on, but they wouldn't know who.
Which a lot of them did. They were aware, you think, about.
Yeah.
But whatever put the blue thing, that was something that was separate. That was something different.
Yeah. That was a very high-powered individual.
Awesome.
What kind of magic is blue? What does that stand for, you guys?
Arcane,
Arcane?
usually. Magic user.
Yeah.
So how do we get through the door? No, I'm just
Right.
All right, guys.
I mean,
Seriously?
back to my plan.
Seriously?
you're at the door.
Yeah, seriously,
Back
seriously.
to my plan. Go to the door.
Let's
I'm teasing you guys. I didn't
let's
want to
do
rush
something.
you. Man,
If
What'd
I,
you say,
because I
Ginger?
have non-detect on my shield, and I had already put that on. So
yeah.
if I go just enough to there,
Okay.
somebody watch my back, i.e., like that, in case somebody's got to pull me in.
Okay.
If I
So
can just
you're gonna open the door and look out again.
yes, carefully. so it
Okay.
doesn't-
It still feels uneasy out there. But you don't see anything, and the rain's coming down and the fog. No more flashes or anything like that when you first start looking.
Seriously, look behind her with that same vision.
So I'm
that
gonna go
he told.
carefully, kind of just walk towards the fountain and kind of get behind it,
Okay.
and then
Lightning strikes up ahead, up above you in the sky, really loud, and then you hear a rumble.
I'm gonna cast the psychic detection.
Okay.
level.
First level. Mind made stuff, but it's your Vulcan ability, right? 100 feet.
Mhm.
So it will go out that far. Okay.
Sounds good to me. At least gets us out. And somebody on the roof.
You detect morals, life, and undead, right?
Um,
Yeah, I think you do at your level because we looked it up. There is nothing besides you guys within that range.
Magic, morals, and undead.
There's no magic, no morals, no. You do detect an undead directly behind you.
Okay, magic resistant.
There's magic everywhere in the room. This is a Vulcan ability.
Oh,
the undead is 0, right?
Yeah, you turn around and you realize it's Zira.
All right.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna.
Gordon too.
Yeah, and actually, there's two undead. There's Zira, and then you look at Gordon and you feel he's undead as well.
Gotcha. So two deadites over here.
They got some shit going on with
but
them.
you don't feel anything else within that range. No life. So like, there's no bugs. There's no nothing.
There's 60 of them.
Like no bugs.
I don't know if she can feel the.
Okay. So just she's gonna carefully make her way back
Okay.
and close the door and let everybody know what it is that she has detected, what she did not detect, the range of which. So at least the courtyard area seems somewhat clean. There's
Okay.
nothing that I could really detect out there. The obviously it couldn't go too far. But even the couple of buildings that are here within the courtyard are relatively pretty okay. But I also detect nothing, which I think also means something. Like no crickets,
Yeah.
no anything.
It's
So it's
suspicious.
not necessarily that something is here, but that's a little weird.
It is.
Mhm.
Crickets not chirp in rain.
Well, there should at least still be
Something.
spiders.
Something.
Somewhere.
Something. There should be something.
I apologize. What is your name again?
Zero.
Zero. When the blades were crossed, could you tell direction? Like,
No,
You
I could hear that it was out there.
Hmm.
It was bang bang and then nothing. It was over pretty quickly, whatever it was. And as I said, growling and whispers. Right at the window.
Well, fuck it. I guess I will try something then.
It was right at the window, the growls and whispers that I heard.
okay.
No, I don't know if that's magic connected to the fog, to the rain, if that was something that was out there and took off before you went out there. I don't know.
Your lordship, what is it you wish to do?
Well, Star, if you'd like to get on the roof, I can get you there, but there is something I will try.
You go on the roof? I go with you.
Put you on the roof.
Let's go.
Don't let them take any booze. I don't know why, but it sounds suspicious.
I don't particularly want to be on the roof in a lightning storm.
Yeah.
Okay, she'll pull out her bow.
I was gonna.
What is it you want to try, Goblin?
It's okay, but I was gonna take her spirit form just to see what it looks like. To see if that might help everybody else before they go outside.
Okay.
That's the one that makes you immune to physical attacks, right?
You look like a ghost, basically. What is Val's alignment?
Lawful neutral.
So, yeah, she will look like a bluish, light bluish colored, just like a ghost, exactly like a ghost.
Do I glow? Should I glowing? The way that Miranda
you don't
glows?
glow,
Because Miranda glows.
right? It's not like Miranda, but you look like a ghost. Like it's very similar to her. It's just not glowing. It's like a misty form. You do have arms, you do have legs, you do have a head and all that. It's like an outline of your body that's see-through, basically.
That's interesting.
This might be a good way to move around.
It might be. You're right. I haven't tried that yet. Zero, I'll try.
Okay. Yours is black. You look like a shadowy figure, like a shadow demon would look, but you, your body itself is outlined just like hers. The only difference is that your hand is purple and it glows.
Come back for now. Well, that. Like purple necromancy glow.
Yeah.
Close. It didn't glow. That'd have been perfect. As a matter of fact. That's crazy. The only way we're gonna do this, you guys, is if we make a plan and order. We're just gonna fucking sit here till daylight, which is not what we want. The dark.
I'm just gonna go to the door.
Okay.
You guys are all doing your weird ghost form shit.
You go right behind you.
And he'll open it. And as he steps out, he'll throw his cloak over himself
Okay.
and step out.
Right.
You just pulls your foot up.
Is there a particular roof that you're trying to get to?
There's someplace.
Okay, just pick a roof. Where do you want to be?
Yeah. If I go straight above, it would be stand out. Maybe. And she'll nod over towards the between the two towers to the left. Then she can see outward, but not have a silhouette.
What two towers?
Well, I can't point at them because you're not here. But there's the tall tower to the left, and there's one to the right of it. The short one to the left or to the right.
Oh, you mean like a little,
No idea.
little pointing tower and the taller tower?
There's this one,
Okay.
and then there's this one.
Oh, that's that. I would not have classified that as a tower, but okay.
Is that with the little hut next to the tower?
That
I mean, yes, if the GM knows where the fuck you want to go.
That's a special. That's her,
I think the short one is dojo.
is this your special tower?
So, hold on. So you are talking about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, to the
Yeah,
left.
that is the dojo.
Yeah, that's what I said.
To the left of it.
To the left of that. Because that way she's up high enough she can see over the building in front of that.
So right here?
Yeah.
On top of that building?
Yeah.
Okay, so the incline on this building is extremely,
All she needs to be is on the peak
okay,
at the very top.
yeah. It's got rain on it. It's raining hard. So how are you going to get up there? What are you going to do?
He was going to lift her up.
Except that I move you.
What?
Except that I move you. Allow me to move you. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you got to telekinesis her?
Yeah. If he has to take flight a little bit to get her high enough, he'll
What's your range on it?
about 40 feet.
Okay. And you can move 20 feet per round with it. So that's 40 feet right there.
Hmm.
So if you're trying to put her, from the ground, that's 50 feet to that peak.
Mm.
And it is absolutely 80 feet from where you're at now. 70 feet away from where you are now.
This other building. Put her on the
Now,
other
the
building.
one that you're walking out of, just to the edge of the roof right there is 19 feet.
Is there something to stand on?
Not really. I mean, the peak above the door, maybe, yeah.
Just stand on that.
Like, you could put her, Godwin, you could put her right above there. That'd be 28 feet up on the peak right there.
Okay.
All right? So
That's what she wants to be.
you start telekinesing her up. So you get up about, 28, 30 feet up to the top of that. And are you still holding on to her? Or?
Yeah. So until she gets, purchase.
Okay. So you're going to try to get a hold of the roof and stuff. What's your climb walls?
70?
So it's doubled, remember?
Yeah, okay.
So it's 70.
That would be 140.
Okay. So it's going to be 70 right now. All that.
29.
Okay. You can hold on to the roof. She's got to hold the roof now.
And she's just going to sit there like a bird.
It's raining and slippery. Lightning's ripping across the sky every so often and lights up the sky. With the fog all around, you can see very little down on the ground. From this height, you might be able to see some different colors off in the distance. Located right here, there's a green light that shoots up into the sky and goes up, I'd say, approximately 90 feet or so. Then you just see a green light. It's just there. It's just up in the air.
Okay, Laughing Boy, what is that green light?
You can also see the towers that are by the river and the lights that are coming off of them inside the windows of these towers that are located here, these towers here.
Okay.
You also see off in the distance a red light right over here. It's way up in the air, and you can see those towers over there that are massively built up.
Yeah, she will telepathy everything she sees to the group. And she will ask Godwin what the green light was.
Does he know? Is that familiar to him?
No, because it's not been that way before, so you wouldn't know what it is. If she tells you the general direction, you could probably guess maybe what it is. You could probably guess that maybe it might be the pyramid type structure that's over there.
I have no idea. I've never been a green light shooting up into the sky like that before.
Yeah. You're not sure what it is, actually, Godwin.
I mean, Godwin's gonna turn and kind of face where the city should be,
Okay.
and I mean, he's just gonna shoot the shot and try to see if he can pathfind where the closest council member is.
Oh shit. More fake observation. You break
You absolutely don't pick up anything, Godwin. It's the first time you've ever used it that it's never done anything. It does nothing.
Alright.
There's this little bardic spell isn't gonna track an immortal. Unfortunately.
He's using his artifact.
Oh, are you?
Because I'm an asshole.
It picks up nothing, Godwin.
That's crazy. That's even
Alright.
worse.
Maybe it would be a good idea to use the Eris's.
What did we? Are you back inside or still in the? Inside?
He's still on the roof, so.
He's on the roof and he is out in front of the door. And you guys are getting wet.
Hey, you know what? This fucking reminds me of our early days of adventuring. You kind of look over it going.
So
And she's not afraid of a little water. So.
Godwin,
Uh-huh.
there is a well. So when I said there's no tunnels under the city, there is a well that holds water, but there's no tunnels going off of it. But it is a tunnel. It is a tunnel going down from the well full of water. That's not too far from your house.
He'll try divine detection from here.
Right there. Divine detection.
Uh-huh.
Any? What page? What? Can you read that spell?
I sure can. This spell allows the ability to detect many things, including morals, evil, neutral, good, law, chaos, magic, poison, traps. Also allows the caster to detect lies, undead, any mortal, ethereal, invisible beings, detect magic, detect illusions are available to them, and they can detect if anyone in the AoE are scrying upon them, tracking them by magical means.
Damn!
And it's 900 feet.
Yup.
Volskarr put it on.
I was born with it. Thank you.
Every one of those is detected.
So is it like the same thing? Every building has.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You do not detect scrying though. No one's scrying on you, but all the others, yeah.
Like illusions, magic, everything but scrying.
Yeah.
All the things. So, sensing a theme here.
The illusion is kind of everywhere.
All right. I mean, he'll tell everything that all to the group. I mean, everything that he feels and senses.
Okay.
There's no life, but like, I mean, except for the beings in the buildings, and the illusion feels like it's everywhere. It's usually consent.
Are they who they say they are?
No. Never.
I'm saying the people in the building with us.
Oh. Yep.
They went for a walkie.
Lex and Alexandria?
Yeah. They both went for a walkie and then came back. It was like, oh, no, there's nothing up there. I don't know. I can't figure that out myself.
Are you saying that out loud?
No, I'm shoot. Yeah, I guess I'm just can't. Well, I mean, she's asking for me. I guess if they notice anything weird or different about Alex and Alexandria after they or anybody in the
I can tell
in the
Pat.
area that I know it.
I'm asking if she said it to where they could hear it.
Oh, I guess.
I tell Pat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's between you. That's between you. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anybody saying it?
Zero would say. So,
So I don't detect anything on them. Sorry.
What?
Said that like I don't think there's nothing weird in the Dumont Manor either on the detection. Nothing that would.
No. Nope.
Gordon and Zero are undead.
I mean, Gordon and Zero are undead. You know that.
What the fuck? Melty?
He had a feeling. He didn't know.
Well, you know now.
So Zero would say, go. Is our goal destination the Vane Manor?
I tried to pathfind the nearest council member. I tried to, Divine detected out here and felt more than you can imagine as I showed you, but Pathfinder gave me absolutely nothing. Not even it was just dead.
So, there's Vane Manor, and then there's that council headquarters or whatever. You'd think they wouldn't be there because people are hunting them, but maybe they went back.
Unless they're all maybe it's all connected and they're either trapped up in Hillboy's Tower or they're at the Vane Manor and the god you're all concerned about would if he would have anything devious for them or use them himself. Starbird, are you gonna stay up on the roof? I'm gonna get help with the rain now.
Go. Once he's inside, she's gonna talk to. I put my glasses up and I can't see the name. Panda? Sword? Something doesn't seem right here. Can you feel anything out here?
Does it have any kind of detection abilities?
Empathy, telepathy,
Okay.
the cold.
Okay, I don't think it does.
Huh?
No.
It wasn't right.
It asks where are we?
Volskarr,
Oh,
the city of Immortals.
yeah. I've heard of it. I've heard only Vulcan can go there. Well,
You part Volskarr.
That would explain why you're there.
You don't know. He's open. And freedom of that.
Yeah. We shouldn't get involved with getting hurt or anything like that. Unless, we can easily take them out. I'm okay with that.
That's why right now I'm on the roof. But I want to move the truck.
You fall.
Nah. I can fly. Did you forget that?
Hmm?
Did you forget that?
No. Maybe.
Well, I don't want to fly as mist in the rain.
No.
That's not good. Sometimes I can.
Are you talking out loud or just in the way?
In the day.
Okay.
In my head.
Okay.
Here we go.
So what's our goal, guys? Where are we going? What is the goal? Because first we need to decide that
Gordon's like, well,
so we can make a plan.
I would like to get to the Vane Manor and find out exactly what's going on.
So the
I'll be
only
honest, it is a good plan to get there because it's the only concrete plan we have. We cannot cannot find or contact or try upon where any of the council is. And if there's something nefarious going on, it may be connected with everything else we're trying to do. So at least it may give us a lead to where we really want to go.
Is this
And
the
it's not like we just want
Uh-huh.
to go.
yeah, because she's outside.
So she would say, didn't we make that decision that we were going to Vane Manor? I may be mistaken because I know I'm a bit crazy, but I thought we said we were going to Vane Manor. We were just trying to get the decision how to get there. No?
Yeah. Gordon's like, yes.
We don't know where the dead magic zones are, where the wild magic zones are. So the best way is on foot, right? And the only way to do that is to go.
House.
Well, I'm already outside, and I'm already good. I'm just watching for peekaboos.
She kind of laughs.
I see nothing so far.
Like I said, the air does feel heavy to you, though.
That could be humidity,
Yeah, could be.
because I'm sweating.
Alright then.
Alright.
Let's start.
The only thing left to do is to get towards
Make-
the Vane Manor.
Make,
Yeah.
make choice soon before I have to pee, because this rain makes me want to pee.
Do not pee on my house.
I'm fucking ready. You
Okay.
guys ready? Let's do it. Let's fucking go. Seriously.
Please?
I'm tired of this
Alright,
fucking
Gordon
thing.
will pull his cloak up over his head and
You're the same. She's gonna pull both her blades out, have a kukri in each hand underneath the cloak.
okay.
Now go back
That's neat.
to normal form and pull up. She's got the dark elf cloak and boots. I just didn't think it would work above ground.
If you pull out your dark elven cloak and boots, then you basically disappear. Each got us.
That's
You
a
got
good idea.
It doesn't seem, it seems to work perfect here. Is what I'm saying in this situation. Just like God.
You'll have one in her bag for the record.
Nice.
Yeah, Zira's gonna pull out hers. Fuck
Okay.
yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
I don't think about that.
What the fuck? That's what I did. Nobody said it was a cool idea. Fuck you guys.
What are you guys sunshine with us this time?
We are. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break right there, And we'll be right back as you guys start to step out and enter, after an hour and 45 minutes, into the city of Volskarr. And I know. I'm a pissy GM. I'm sorry.
You
I love you guys.
Because the reason we're so fucking scared is because of you.
Yeah. You're immortal, though. Anyway.
I'm scared. I'm sitting on the main roof.
In the fucking city of immortals? Yeah, okay, but
Yeah, I know.
Basically,
I know. I know. It's it is what it is.
You gave us a bunch of power and made us special level. And
You guys are being careful and not dying by doing stupid shit, so it's all good. You're taking your time. It's all good.
They cast no familiars all over the walls.
I think actually, as a GM, I'm like, what the fuck? I got 3 episodes left, and this one, and yeah,
We
but-
can go long.
it'll be what it'll
We
be.
can go on.
But anyway, we'll be right back, guys. See you shortly.
Thank you.
No, that's funny. Yeah, no. So I used to
Welcome back. Welcome back to the game.
That was not nice. Anyway, they're real fucking good.
Agreed.
You guys have made your way outside the door.
Star has changed into her feral form, or her bat form, whatever it is. And she's looking around with Brad's sight.
She's a bat.
So you're
Hold
going
on.
to full product material
So she can fly.
vampire form.
Yes.
Light shoots out your eyes,
You can
glowing
fly.
yellow.
You glow yellow.
Her fangs come out. Yellow comes out of her mouth. Your wings have two hands on them at the top, and then you've got two arms with normal hands. Your feet create these claw-like, bat-like feet, and you are pretty much a creature of the night, so to say.
Means I can
Except
see.
you glow.
I did not remember installing that gargoyle.
These motherfuckers like attention. What the fuck?
She'll look around first, and then fly down.
Okay.
Y'all are crazy.
Looking around with her Brad's sight, and then she'll fly down.
Zero.
Okay. She lands back down next to you guys.
And then jumps back in.
Her form was absolutely terrifying looking.
Could have just led with that instead of making me put you on the roof like you're a child.
You could have just. You made
Yeah,
me
but that
made me
Wait,
look jackass.
wait, that's fucking crazy. Are you a positive material vampire?
I am.
I am positively annoyed right now.
That's fucking.
Pretty
Crazy.
lady, I thought you said you don't blend with shadows.
I forgot about the
Yeah.
Hmm? What?
Alright, so guys, for real.
Are you
Let's
controlled by Vayman?
No. Nobody controls me except for the.
My brother and sister are both. My brother's the original positive material vampire,
Mhm.
and my sister was his first making. Super familiar.
Interesting.
Fuck yeah, dude, babe. Wanna know that?
Great grandpappies.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Well, anyway. What did you say?
I said,
Oh.
they're like your great grandpappies.
Anyway.
Jordan would say, Val created you.
Well, created you.
That makes sense.
Does. Interesting.
Well, gets it's out of their fucking hands now.
This is very nice. Anyway, continuing down the road.
Create others like your kind.
I wouldn't try.
Yeah, I hear not many survive.
Alright, you guys are standing out front.
Let's try to not attract any more attention.
At least you look badass as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. You look kick ass.
It's a bad group of motherfuckers. I don't want to. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna come against, but
Especially after she changes back into her little meek looking self. A little terrifying.
Zero is gonna go into the form where they're immune to physical damage as they're moving across the city.
So you go into your spirit form.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a glowing purple hand.
God
who
damn it.
wants to show off now, Zeta?
Hmm?
So who wants to be the attention grabbing now, Zeta?
I want to not grab attention. Never mind. I forgot the hand book. Never mind.
So you're not going to do that?
No.
Alright.
No, I want to go unnoticed.
And Star's gonna put her bow away.
Unseen.
Okay.
It's raining too hard for that.
You're
Use a
muted,
cloak and hit
Des.
the shadows.
Oh, I didn't know you could say. I'm ready to go.
Same cloak.
I don't have a robe or anything like that.
I mean, you do. It would be in your bag from the Underdark. I mean, you still have your stuff.
It wasn't in my list of stuff.
Wow. Wow.
That's our fault.
Oh,
Uncle, are you
sorry.
gonna?
I
She
did
would
not know that I have these things.
have cloak and boots from
I did
Underdark.
not know. I tell you.
Oh, yes, Anthea had the drow cloak and boots. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about that. That's my bad.
Everybody who was in the Underdark happened.
Yeah.
So it has these robes. What are they?
They're 99% hiding shadows for the cloak, or 99% shadows for the cloak, and 99% silence for the boots.
Do you have extra of those?
So it is sneak. I have one.
You have extra?
My brother does. Godwin, you have any extra?
Yes, I have an extra. Pull it out of his bag while holding. I don't have the other boots though. Those got set on fire from.
Hmm.
Light.
You should put that over her whispering cloak and just disappear.
Both cloaks will not work together.
No.
Yeah, you use one.
It's stacked.
Now, it'll fit over your other cloak, but you can't use your other cloak while it's there. The powers of it. Gordon will start moving forward.
0-2.
Yep.
He'll come to this area of the road right here.
Anytime they stop, she sticks to the shadow.
Same.
Unseen sight out like a motherfucker.
Pretty much everybody's in the shadows, even when you're walking in the streets with these cloaks.
Do your
look
Brian.
like shadows.
Do we need to roll or no?
No.
He said unseen side out like a motherfucker.
Yep.
Okay.
And non-detected.
Who is it that has unseen sight?
And Brian.
Probably.
So all of you have it out?
Yes.
All right. When your unseen sight goes out and it touches another being's unseen sight, it stops. And you have to either allow them to pass through one another
That's right.
or give and take. It's however you want to do it. So, like,
Could be aggressive with it.
yeah. So your unseen sight touches each other. So what do you do?
So, Val,
Iffy about it.
since Val's got up the divine protection, she will take up the back end and put her unseen sight, like, only a couple feet in front of her, but the full 20 feet behind them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And
So
then
what
what
about-
she does will depend on who tries to touch her unseen sight.
Okay. So
I don't have unseen sight. So
okay.
I need to be a buffer somewhere.
Me neither, bro. No worries. That's
Zero
another. Yeah, that's another cool kids club. It's okay.
So Godwin,
Uh-huh.
between you and Star, halfway between you, your unseen sight touches, and Vesta, between you and Star, it touches, and Velia, between you and Godwin, it touches. It's equal distance between you. I need to know what you do. If you drop it, pull it back, what you do? Allow it to go through.
If it's within our party, I'll let it go through.
Okay.
She'll let it.
She lets both yours go through.
She'll let it go through the unseen sight, but not into her body. If anybody tries to come into her body, she will fucking stop it.
Right.
Or her items.
All right.
Fair enough.
That's fair enough, yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. Personal space and all. Right. You'd be like, Godwin, I know we're BFFs, but that's just too much, dude.
Man, I
I'll tell him. Sorry.
Which direction do you guys go?
Metal glove.
That's fine.
Gordon will say what direction should we go.
Let's go
Anywhere that is not.
the
East, this
let's go
way?
The most
East, direct path to Vane Manor.
I was gonna say, does Godwin know how to like navigate the city well enough that he remembers to get to?
You have a map. You have a map, so
Between him and
you know it's
We
located. It's located here.
Just hit the darkest roads, folks.
Let's go east and cross the river and then just head south from there. Seems like the most direct path, right?
All right, you guys head east.
Yay!
You guys ready for the first encounter?
You get right up here. How far is your unseen sight? No.
20 feet. And then also 10 feet out, if you're evil, you have to save versus reaction to enter it. At 10 foot. I think it's at a -40. You want me to read it to you?
No.
Okay.
At 20 feet out, you feel the air in front of you. And you guys can also hear it when you get about to that point. The air in front of you is humming with an unnatural energy. It's charged like a restless storm is about to break out in that area in front of you. The colors that are from the grass and from the well that's in front of you and on the cobblestones, they shimmer and they shift unpredictably as if reality itself in this area is unstable.
Never trusted that well.
On parts of the ground, patches of the ground glow faintly, and they're pulsating with like an iridescent light that when you come up within 20 feet of it or so, and your unseen sight hits it, that iridescent light starts to flicker. The nearby shadows that are coming from the well and the grass and stuff like that, they start to dance, like kind of move, like there's something there. As if it's alive. The environment all around this area of this well is shifting. One moment it looks like everything is serene in the area, and the next it looks chaotic and shifty and iridescent in color. As you're standing there, you feel a sudden gust of wind kind of come across, and you hear something in a strange tongue whisper in the air. The grass itself, on the left side, you see it grow up about 6 inches when your unseen sight comes within 20 feet. On the right side, you see the grass die. Just a patch of it just dies completely. And then you hear a lightning bolt crack above your head, and the rain's still coming down.
So when she
That
she
never
will,
seen the well do that before.
I say don't go that way.
yeah, she will stop, let everybody halt.
Everybody sees this.
So I mean telepathy. I don't think we need to go that way.
Let's turn south.
I almost fell in that well one time. Not the good well.
Can we go down and around this, or
Yeah.
Looks like we can, but there's light.
Should we go back the other way?
you want to go back the way we came?
There's light on that other side too.
Or is
There's less. Yeah.
There's less light this way.
So let's go south. And then head east again.
All right. You guys head down this direction, and are you staying on the road? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Gordon is leading us.
Yes, but are you staying on the road?
Yes.
You get right about there, and Gordon stops, and he's like, "The air ahead of me is very cold. It's heavy. Feels oppressively still up in front of me, as though it's like something's here is resenting even being disturbed." He says, and he kind of backs up a little bit. As you start to look in this direction, most of the colors that are on the ground, the grass and the stone, is a kind of got a ashen gray hue to it. It's like the color has changed just barely, slightly. You look and you see the stone and the ground where the grass is has cracks in it, and the plants, the grass that's on the edge of this road here, are shriveled right where the road is, touching.
Val
Should go the way of the well.
Val will invoke her true sight, immortal true sight.
Okay.
Maybe we should go.
And what are you doing?
Just looking in front of them,
Okay.
where Gordon was saying that.
You don't see anything at all. There's nothing there.
Are these things like obviously now two different areas having two different things? Do they correspond? Would any of us know if they correspond with like energy, ether, matter, like in any of the wheelhouses?
Here's
A good question.
That's a good question. Unfortunately, as baby immortals, you have no clue.
To Levity, the party, say, maybe we should go the other way with the weird grass.
roll on a gut feeling on which direction's best.
There you go.
A gut feeling between. Okay, so it won't work like that. You got to think a direction. If I go this direction, what's the gut feeling?
Okay, well, if I go towards the well.
Okay, roll your gut feeling.
Yep.
You made it.
Hooray!
You get a bad feeling in your stomach.
I really do not want to go towards that well.
I mean, neither direction seems good. This one over here, the
What?
air itself is oppressive.
You still have true sight out,
Yeah,
and you're still looking in the same direction as Gordon was going.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe this direction with the fountain or the well or whatever, we just don't step on the grass.
She'll turn and look towards the well.
You turn and look towards the well, and that whole area. I'll draw this for you real quick so you can see. This whole area right here is glowing with chaotic magic. It's whipping in and out in all directions. Orb a globe that's about 50 feet in circumference.
Val will say, if you use true sight and look towards the well, it is a globe of chaos magic.
Oh, fun. Fun.
I'll do it not like this well.
All right, well,
Does anybody do that?
Sure.
Might be.
Zero will. Yeah, Zero Invoker True Sight. Immortal True Sight, think that way. It's one of the immortal abilities. It's one of our 8 immortal abilities.
Anybody that does that, make an observation.
Do I need to do that too? And I make an observation as well?
Yep.
Yes.
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 So, well, I guess. What do I need to roll to make sure I see it?
You got to roll under your intelligence if you have observation.
On a d20.
On a d20 if you have that proficiency at a -2. If you don't have that proficiency,
I do.
you do?
What
Okay.
do you have it at?
How many slots?
He has it at 2.
2?
So
Yeah.
you just got to roll under your intelligence.
Okay. My intelligence is 21 and I rolled an 11.
Okay. So anybody that made it will notice that there's someone standing over here. You can't really make them out with the rain and the storm and the fog and seeing through this magical thing. You just see that there's somebody standing over there. There's movement.
Val will say that because she doesn't know who else has it up. She'll be like, there's somebody right over there.
Zero telepathy. You say, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I see it. What it says.
So our
I
option,
have-
either teleport on the other side of this chaos magic over there,
We're not gonna go that.
or go south.
If we go south, there's something here as well that we need to deal with. I don't see anything though. He says I'm using True Sight and I don't see anything in front of me.
I have, so, talking telepathy, on my shield, a spell that does neutralizing chaos.
Yes!
Ooh!
That. Use that.
Well, if we go that direction though, there's something in that direction.
There's
somebody
some-
waiting on the other side.
Maybe we should just go south. It seems like the lesser obstacle. Maybe I'm wrong, but
It's hard to tell who would be friend and from foe at this point on the other side of a bubble like that.
Yes. It seems like a trap.
Yeah.
maybe we should go back and then go south and around next to the Damiano. Or just go south. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Back and so.
Yeah. Gordon would agree.
Do that.
Go back into the south. So you guys backtrack and go back this way, the way you came.
We're still all hidden.
Yeah.
You are. You are. You don't know if whoever that is saw you or not. You know, you're all hidden.
So Val's behind everybody. If she sees that anybody's visible, she'll tell them.
I'm gonna have to keep changing this, but
That's okay.
all right. So you guys come back in front of the Dumont Manor and come over here and turn and go this way. You don't see anybody in the street. You don't see anybody, you know, there's no sign of anybody. You can only see 60 feet or so in front of you. And as you come up this area right here, looking off in this direction, that is where you see it, and it's like blackish colored. That's like a cave that goes inside underneath the mountain right there. And the air still feels heavy with a chill. It feels like, you know, each step that you're taking could be something dangerous could be there. It's like a line between a hunter and hunted. It's never quite clear as you're moving through these streets what and where you are in the chain of hunter or hunted. It's like the city itself is kind of teetering on madness, and as you're thinking that, and you guys are headed to the south, lightning strikes across the sky again, makes you kind of look up and jump just a little bit, and you continue and you come down to this tower here. There's a light in front of this tower. You guys choose to go in front of it, or are you going to try to go behind it this way? You going to stay on the road, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
When you guys hit this light right here, you become visible. You all will notice that you're visible. The cloaks are not working. And you pass through it, and then you'll disappear again as you come over to this way right here to where there's a fork in the road.
I pick it up.
So you can go right or left.
That was good.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys decide to go right, and you start coming this direction. You come around this corner, you come down here, come around here, and there's also light right here that's going to become visible when you walk in front of it, like it was before. When you look off across the street, you can see there's some rather large structures over here, some tower-like structures. Immediately to your right, however, you guys can see the heat coming off this building. You can hear the lava, and you can see the glow from the flame on this building over here.
Do we know what it is? Like the people from Volskarr?
So you would know that that originally that was a dwarven complex that was a blacksmith. That they made weapons and armor and different things like that. However, you have never seen it have flowing lava before.
Sounds like a lot of things have changed in the city.
And there is, yeah, definitely. It's a little shocking. You're not quite sure if some of these buildings have actually changed. You think they might have, like their shapes don't quite seem right in certain areas. Off in this direction, there's another cave.
And the caves are normal, like as far as that goes, right? Like a weird
Yeah,
thing too.
yeah. The caves have always been there.
But this is active and it's never been in the past.
And it's telepathy is, yeah, just walking through the city, it feels like this is not my city in so many ways. I've never seen lava come out of that building before.
Didn't someone say that they detected pollution?
Everywhere.
Godwin did.
So
That may be part of the.
what if your city is in
What if we're walking through a ruined Volskarr that's still in flames and just think that it's so hunky-dory?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, we better not disbelieve it. Things could get a lot harder.
Does that mean we can actually be seen, and there might be things we do not see? Gordon says. Could we be walking through a
We're
ruined
just
city?
walking through a crowd of people laughing at us and we don't see them.
I can't remember. In this
Well-
question?
We have not felt any. You have not felt anything with your unseen sight, have you?
No.
So we know that's not true then.
Yeah.
Illusion would not work with that, I wouldn't think.
Wow. When we were in the tower in the Underdark.
We'll not talk about the towers here.
those who had unseen sight said that they could kind of feel it, but not completely. So I wonder if a more powerful illusion might alter reality.
It's true.
It'd be true.
If that's the case, you can't disbelieve that.
You can feel that the air, as you guys are standing right here, looking in front of you at this lit up area that you have to walk through if you go that direction. You can feel an air come down this alleyway, down this roadway that's really cold. Like it feels like winter almost.
We should keep moving.
And the air is not just cold, it's slightly damp, and of course the rain is still coming down.
Well, I think the air is pretty damn wet at that point, huh?
Yeah, you guys are wet, but you're not bothered by it because you're immortals. Cold's not going to affect you.
Just water.
I mean, not normal cold, you know what I mean?
It's rain all the time.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
That was a crow reference.
Yeah.
All right, we should
I
keep
mean, two
moving.
crow references.
I
The
missed the
longer
first
we
one.
stand here, the more likely we are to.
Let's keep moving.
All right. So you guys move forward. Gordon will move forward. You come into the light. You can be seen as you come into the light. You come to here. Are you guys going to keep going straight, or are you going to turn here?
Do we see the map?
What if we turn and get
Let's-
closer to that next bridge?
Let's turn. Yeah, I agree. Let's turn.
Yeah, because we need to go almost directly east from here.
All right. As you guys make it past that light, and you start to turn down this roadway right here, up ahead the rain and the fog is really heavy. It seems heavier, and you can hear what sounds like hail hitting the ground up in front of you, and it's coming down pretty hard now. When you look behind you, the rain is definitely not coming down as hard as it is in front of you.
True side again.
You guys have true sight up. You've had it up. If you take it down, you have to tell me. If not, you still have it up.
The unseen sight's still going. The divine protection's still going. Keep moving.
Yeah, that jinx.
Keep moving.
All right. As you guys start coming up, you get right about here, and the hail starts to pound you. It starts to hit you, and it stinks.
It don't hurt.
Visibility cuts down to about 30 feet when you get in this area. So all you can really make out up in front of you is the lights and the silhouettes of those buildings now. 30 feet is about right there.
God damn.
Fuck. Go 30 feet at a
Can you
time.
kind of mold? Can you use unseen sight and telekinesis to push the hail away from them and keep a bubble around them to not let the hail hit them?
There's too many to grab a hold of them all. You could do some of them. I think so. Is your telekinesis an area of effect?
I mean, it can't be. I just know a Vulcan ability, kind of,
Right.
using combo.
Yeah. You won't be able to combine your. Yeah, you will actually. It's a Vulcan ability. You can combine it with that. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
Sweet.
You realize that you can combine your Vulcan skill with your way of the one. Are you a master?
Yep.
Then you can do it. All right.
Walking under a giant umbrella.
So you're walking under a giant globe of some sort that's protecting you from the hail. As you get you go about another 30, 40 feet, and it is pounding, and the hail is probably about the size of golf balls, and it's hitting the ground. The sound is so loud that you guys can't hear 5 feet.
Like we'd be taking damage if we didn't have some kind of
You'd
protection.
be taking some sort of damage right now if you didn't have protection. And like I said, the visibility is around 20 feet now once you get to about here, and you cannot hear jack shit.
Huh?
Yeah?
Yeah, something can't hear it.
This is crazy.
Cut down back south.
What?
Telekinesing the group to see if we could cut back down south. I don't know how far I can push this amount of hill.
Okay, so you're gonna stop going to the east and go south? Okay. You start going this way. When you start going this way, the hail starts to diminish a little bit. Visibility picks back up to about 30 feet as you start going down this road. When you make it to right about here, your visibility's back at about 60 feet.
Does the hail stop?
And the hail stops. So it seems to be located over there in that area. It's still raining really hard, though. Roll observations.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. Just know.
Standing inside this doorway, right here, as you guys make your way down this street and right around this corner, standing in that doorway right there, you see what looks like a gnome that's bald, but it has pointed ears, really pointed ears. You're not sure male or female. It's around 3.5 feet tall, and they seem to be looking in your direction. You don't know if they see you or not, but it's looking off in your direction. I will bring in the picture for you so you can see what it looks like. It actually, you wouldn't even really be able to make anything out. It's too far away, so never mind.
Zero would ask Godwin, what did that building used to be?
Just go ahead and remember.
So this building right here,
Uh-huh.
is that what you're asking?
Where they see that.
It was an inn, Godwin.
Like a particularly like
A very
famous
high,
or, like,
a very high-end tavern and inn.
it's one of the most high-end inns and taverns in the city.
It looks to be normal, like it was.
Interestingly enough, it looks like it should. From what I can see anyway.
Yeah, the rain is really coming down, but you can see it. You know what I mean? You know that it's called the Eternal Ember Tavern and Inn, and you see the sign; it's still there. As you guys start to look closer, it seems like whoever this is that's standing in that doorway is actually smoking a pipe or smoking something, kind of leaned up against the wall.
You may not see us, you guys. We might just be able to slip by them.
Pretty chill motherfucker. I mean,
You start to hear what sounds like music and laughter coming from inside there as well.
This is so weird. I mean, that is how it should be, but it shouldn't be right now, you know?
Yeah. I don't trust that for a second. You guys want
Perhaps
to keep
we should
then?
slip on and keep going.
Okay.
Remaining in the shadows.
All right.
Remember
You
them.
guys head this way and start to go south. That way.
Somebody make note of that. I remember that.
All right. When you come up to this area, you can see this keep-like structure to the east of you, and it is way lit up. You can see the whole entrance area over there, and you can see what looks like, you're not sure how many, but several headless corpses, bodies, laying at that entrance.
Well, that's a warning.
That is not normal.
Directly to your southwest from you guys are these twin towers that are located here. There's light coming from them as well. There's two doors, one on each tower, one on the other side of this tower, on both those two towers. And there's a light above them. And both the doors look like they have been destroyed, partially burnt, and broke into. You can see at the top of one of the towers, there's what looks like light flickering up here.
Observation?
Located right here. You're gonna roll an observation on what?
Towers,
The tower, the light up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You don't see anything. You've got true sight, right?
Yeah.
You see what looks like the tip of an arrow up there poking out at the top of that.
There's an assassin in that tower. Come on. Keep moving.
Uh-huh.
Keep moving. Zero doesn't keep
Gordon
moving.
stops. He's like, if there's an assassin in that tower, I'm not gonna move forward. Are you fucking crazy?
It's just as you want to walk right into the assassin's back.
You're just gonna walk right into his arrow?
The top of that tower, I can see the tip of an arrow.
He
Zero
looks
will
up there.
look up there.
He'll look up there and see if he can see
Yeah.
it. You guys look up, make an observation. If
Yeah.
you've got true sight, you'll be able to see the arrow if you make your observation check.
Yes.
Gordon's like, that's not the only one. The other tower has someone on it as well.
Are they the ones you think that they're shooting at this road, or are they the ones killing people going in like
Well, it's probably not the key because those are beheaded.
you never know, they take them out with arrows and somebody else cuts their head off. I don't know.
Maybe.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Gordon will say, let's hit the shadows and go this way. He starts moving the grass this way.
I was nervous to touch the grass, but
He goes through the grass and behind this building and heads this way. You guys follow him?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you guys will end up coming out right here, and you are next to the bridge. You are approximately 100 feet from that bridge right there. And if I zoomed out to show you,
You need to go north or east and then north.
so If you went across this bridge, it would be going down there to get to the Vane Manor.
We're close.
Have to cross
Need to
the
go across the bridge and then down.
So you guys are hidden in the shadows right here. In this grassy area right here.
Let us check the bridge for goats and riddles and tolls before we go across.
What did he say?
What?
So let us check the bridge for goats, riddles, and tolls before we cross.
You look up at the top of the towers and they're lit up with lights at the top up here. And you do see movement up there in those towers.
Is there kind of like, is the river down there, like how far across is that river?
From where you guys are at right now, hidden in the shadows, directly to the river is about 130 feet. To the bridge is, about 115 or so.
We can stick to the shadows below the bridge and the river is narrow enough. I might be able to get us across one by one. Shadow, rather than cross the bridge.
We need to be careful without water.
Yeah.
I
I'm not
think.
going to put you in the water, so I'm going to put you over the water.
Well, what about dead magic zones? We were warned about those. Something that risky. We just need to be careful. That's all I'm saying. Like, I remember, for example, when we tried to break into your dad's vault, one of the traps that he had was he used dead magic. So that if you tried to fly across the trap, you just fell right into it.
Yep. I remember that.
Yeah. I'm just saying we should be careful. That's all.
Absolutely. You do not want to
Not
fall
that I
in.
plan or anything, dude. It's good. It's a good plan, but we should just be careful. Stay hidden. Do you think the bridge is trapped?
I think the bridge is visible and anything can be trapped or be a trap.
Damn, that sounds creepy.
That wolves.
It is.
Son of a bitch.
I hear wolves howling.
The goblin becomes visibly not okay.
I wonder if we could just teleport to the other side.
Whatever it is, I do not want to be here.
That'll make a noise.
I will protect you. You will be okay.
As you guys are standing there, you see what looks like wolves. And they are moving up this way near the river, coming in this direction. There are a little under a dozen of these wolves. And in the middle of the wolves, you see two bipedal creatures that have the heads of wolves and the bodies of wolves, but they're standing on two legs. Lycanthrope.
That looks familiar.
Be very, very quiet. Don't move. Don't breathe. Hopefully the rain will mask our smell.
They seem to be moving at a pretty good clip. When they get to this tower, they stop and start smelling around the base of this tower. And they do not move away from it immediately. They seem to be interested in that tower. They don't seem to have any idea that you're where you're at. The rain starts to pick up a little bit. And the wolves don't seem to like that. The rain's coming down harder, and you notice that it's located or centralized in the area around where the wolves are at. It's like falling on them more intensely than it's falling on where you guys are. As this is happening, you see the wolves start to move away from the tower, and they start to head in this direction. The lycanthrope go with them. They stop at that tower and start doing the same things they were doing at the tower that they were just at.
Zero would telepathy the party and say, maybe we shouldn't move back just a little bit. Maybe we notice those things. Especially like. Now, saying we have to turn around and go back and move back
right.
so we don't get noticed.
Jordan agrees and he starts to move back. I need everybody to move silently, hide in shadows. 99% for everybody.
Rolling a solid circle.
So nobody roll 100.
Got
Yes.
Perfect. 21, 25.
it. 52.
All right. You all are able to move back up against the rock wall on the back side of this castle or keep-like structure. You see the wolves still at the base of that tower, and the lycanthrope, and then you see the rain. It's almost like it just moved right on top of them again, and they start shaking it off, and they seem to be slightly annoyed, and they start to go this direction. They don't seem to notice you guys. They head off to the north. The rain begins to die down. It's like it follows them a little bit, and then it just kind of dies down and goes back to the normal rain all around.
Zero would tell everybody, I wonder if that's what happens when you get close to the bridge.
And it seemed to only happen when they were up near the towers in the village. So
Yeah.
What do you mean, turn into wolf?
No, the
No, the
rain.
rain.
Oh,
It gets heavier.
we will find out.
well, perhaps if we go south of the tower, we can at least see how far the river is across. Then make attempts.
We have to cross river, yes?
Yes.
Yes, that would be the plan.
Maybe if it's not exactly where the bridge is, we could just fly across.
Well, if
Lightning
Just to
rips across the sky again, and it's really loud, scares the shit out of you, and it comes down and strikes the tower on the opposite side of the bridge here. Hits right up here.
well, if anyone else can fly across first, if they fall, I can at least try to catch them.
Alright. I'd be willing to try that.
That's your friend.
A few moments later, you see another lightning bolt come down and strike and hit this tower.
Hey, fuck guys, let's try it, I guess.
So let's go south a little bit. Is that the plan?
When these bolts hit the towers, you would notice that the lights that are inside the towers glow a little bit stronger when that happens.
I wonder if they're pulling those lightning bolts to those towers on purpose.
Well, rain is falling, the lightning would fall. It makes sense.
You guys continue to sit there and kind of watch, and you see another lightning bolt strike this tower, really close to you guys. Boom! And when you see them, you realize these lightning bolts are larger than just a normal lightning bolt. That one hits really close to you guys, and you feel the air around you become somewhat static or electrified, and you can smell in the air electricity, and your hair kind of stands up a little bit.
Dude, I don't know if I want to be close to that thing when that last fucking lightning bolt hits on that tower, because that's what's about to happen. I wonder if something happens when all four of them get hit in a row.
Perhaps we should wait and see first, or are we going to go north? I mean, standing here for too much longer probably isn't a good idea either.
Yeah, we should probably keep moving.
But maybe wait to see if tower gets hit.
Boom! This one gets hit
Fucking
right
told
after
you.
that.
Fucking told
That
you.
one you don't feel the electricity, but you can smell it. But you don't feel like when the other one hit. You think it's distance that did it. That it got close enough that something happened. And it lights up the tower as well.
So, if we try to cross too close to that bridge, any closer than we are right now from that third tower, we're gonna get zapped, you guys.
They tend to go further down
So
away.
you have come quite a ways, and when you were coming down this direction right here, that lightning didn't hit those towers.
Is it because we're close? Or is it because those wolves came really close? I wonder.
Must be a defense mechanism regardless.
Why would somebody be trying to stop people from using the bridge? Wait a second. Didn't Alexandria and Alex say that they crossed the bridge up north to get to the council chambers?
Yeah, they crossed the bridge that was up here. This one, located right here.
That's an awfully long way away, but we know that that one's safe.
Did Darwin know? Can he think of anything that's across this bridge that would be extra protected, or that would? Like in
No.
this area that would.
No, I mean, there's no reason for it. I mean, this is not normal, Godwin. From where you guys are standing, like I said, the rain's coming down and it's really hard to see. You can see about 60 feet, but when that lightning hits those towers, it really lights up this area. And all the way over here, you guys can see the green light that's shooting up in the sky. It goes up about 100 feet.
That's not normal. That's not normal.
We should keep going south and look for a different place to cross. Yeah?
If we don't find one, then we go north.
To the north, you can hear the wolves still howling.
Whatever we do, we should probably do it now.
Is there another bridge further south?
It sounds like that the wolves are like over in this area over here.
Shit. Let's go south, guys. Let's keep moving.
East?
Zero's gonna start moving if nobody does.
Okay. Start to move.
Oh, yes, that.
Start going this way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't like that, dude.
Please. You get right about here, Anthea, and your shield starts being pulled in the direction of the towers. You can feel it, like there's some kind of energy that's magnetic that's pulling your shield that way. You can still keep it from happening, but you feel it. Your armor is also doing the same. Anyone else that's holding any kind of metal, you feel it pulling in that direction when you get right above there.
It's not time. fast. If we go close to that bridge, we'll fucking whatever's metal on you will stick to it.
You
Away from the bridge then.
feel your daggers, your throwing daggers, pulling on your clothes, like in that direction. They're sheathed and strapped in, so they're not going anywhere.
It will be up.
Yeah, let's go. Let's keep moving.
Move south. Thank you. Move south.
All right. So you guys start to go to the south, and you can still hear the wolves, and they sound closer. Like they sound like they're like around in this area here.
Sounds like they're coming in south too.
I'm not ready to be condemned here. Let's go.
So what do you guys want to do?
Move
Keep moving.
You're gonna go to the south.
south.
All right. You guys come out onto the streets. You're still shadowed. You still have the cloaks on, and where are you gonna go? Just directly south down the road.
Zero will look towards that direction, see if she can see the wolves from where they're at before they step into the light.
So you haven't stepped into light yet, but
We're gonna try to cross the river our own, or look for another bridge.
so it's very difficult to see
Okay, too
that
far away.
far.
Alright.
This has also got a hill that you can't see over.
Okay, that's fair.
So when you look back, you don't see anything. So you're just gonna keep going this way.
Well, is there a bridge further south? There is,
Yeah.
right?
There is a bridge down here.
That's why I asked, are we gonna try to cross the river ourselves, or try to get to the next bridge?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
So the bridges, I don't know. Gordon says, I don't know. If we could get across the river, that would probably, we could do that in the darkness somewhere.
We should.
Going
Like
across
right
the
there.
bridges are very noticeable, but we
Yeah,
don't
this-
know what's in the water either. So,
What about
right there?
Well, that's too close. It's magnetized, remember?
So
What about like down here?
Then we land in the light.
We could land on this side of the river right here and then make our way down.
No idea where you're going.
There's right there. Sorry.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Sorry.
I was saying. You want to show him? I was
They
saying we
actually
could
stop.
come like here.
He's going at their
okay,
I was saying we could come like right here, and if we can get across the river, then here, and then like make our way down towards the thing. She can't see. They can't see where I'm pointing. That's just one idea.
okay. So you're saying go this way,
Yeah.
like that?
No.
No, cross right here.
Yeah, cross the river.
Cross right here. We don't want to get by these towers.
Like this?
Yeah. Come out in the
Cross from
shadows.
here to here?
Yeah.
This area is extremely lit up.
Well, like, if we're just north of that house before the light starts, I mean, is that far enough away from the tower if we creep along the side of that house that's not lit?
Yeah, we could try to do
So-
that.
What I said was cross like right here in the dark.
So right here,
Yeah. That's what I was looking at.
okay.
Okay.
And then we come
Is that
out
far
in the
enough
dark.
away from the bridge for it to not yank us in?
Farther than, it looks farther than we were standing next to it.
Further than where you were.
Okay.
So you guys walked right past it. You were about 60 feet, away from it. That's about 65, 70.
Okay.
So
Yeah, what about right there? We can try right there. We need to hurry though.
Let's go.
Let's go.
you guys do hear the wolves howling again, and you will see the wolves right here.
Jeez.
And they're sniffing around in that area
Where we were.
where you were.
Move to the shadows, guys. Let's hurry. Come on.
No, go for it, and I will catch you if anything happens.
Okay, so you guys are going to go over to here to the edge of the river.
Yeah, and Val will take off. Godwin just said he's got her, so fucking don't let me fall. And she will try to fly over.
You can try to fly this way.
Yep.
How are you flying?
With the ring that Goblin gave her.
Okay. Yeah, you fly across, no problem. Yeah. When yeah, you fly across to that area right there, and you can feel a slight pull on the metal that you're wearing, but it doesn't do anything to you.
Here, reach out and grab Gordon's hand.
Okay. Gordon will fly across. 0.
All right. Are you two ready? Are you two ready?
Out, turning into
Me?
my feral,
Yeah.
then I'll fly.
Okay. You fly across from.
Okay.
Domino sir will fly over and just telekinesis Ante with him.
Okay.
I
All right.
cannot- Thank you, Rob.
All right. You
Zira
guys,
can't fly either. If you notice, she grabs Gordon's hand.
you guys make it across. As you're going that direct, the wolves are coming this way.
Let's go.
You see them running at a pretty good clip with the lycanthrope, and they start to search this area around here.
This way. This way.
Yeah, but on the other side of that house.
Way the fuck away from them.
So this
Should we go by this
north,
house?
east, west.
East.
North
Right next
of this building and east.
Yeah, right next to the house.
All right, so you can go next to the house and come on the other side.
Yep.
Disappear. Bye bye.
All right.
Oh, 14.
There's no need to roll right now. You guys are in such darkness over there, and they don't seem to be looking. They seem to be smelling. And so you guys are good. You can make it to that location, and you really can't see what the wolves are doing, but you do see them, or do you hear them, relatively close. Probably on the other side of that river. They are most likely located right here.
Let's check the walls. Yeah.
Remember, lycanthrope being motion. That's fine.
Keep going.
Where you guys gonna
So-
go?
If we go across,
So Vane Manor is right there.
We're so fucking close. We need to not freak out and, we need to keep our cover.
No, I'm just kidding.
so
What if we fly?
if we go across here, we can go between those two houses and stay in the shadows.
We can. That's a
And
good
then
idea.
jut across there. This is all shadowed. We wouldn't have to get in the light until we come out over here, right?
No.
We go above the river. Can we fly above the light?
Cross here, and then we could go into the shadows over here, and then we could go
They already.
this way and around.
Huh?
I was telling Goblin, they already know.
What?
I said if we flew across the river, can we just fly above the light?
And fly so they can't smell us?
Observation.
That's our
Oh, I like that shit.
We don't know what's up in the roof.
Hella good. Yeah.
You see what looks like two individuals leaning up against the darkness in this building. This is what they look like. One looks angelic, one looks infernal. The angelic, you can see blood tears coming out of her eyes.
That's fine.
The infernal has a halo floating above his head, and they are looking right at you two, or right at you guys as you come around that corner and start talking about where to go. They're looking at you very calmly, leaning up against the building.
Started.
Do they look aggressive?
No, just leaned up against the
They just leaned up against the building, looking at you. Star waves at him.
Why not?
Many reasons.
Do you know them?
They don't wave back. They just keep looking at you.
No, I don't know them.
Fun.
They're looking at us. I figured, why not say hi?
Not feeling if you're dangerous?
That fucked our
Gord-
plan.
Gordon says, guys, there's someone over here. And he looks in this direction and shows you where he sees them. Right here. And what he sees is this guy. Crouched down right there.
Same.
And then Gordon says the other one is somewhere else.
I know, guys.
He's
Do a
standing
scan?
up.
Yeah, you scan around observation?
Huh?
You just kind of do a scanning observation?
All right. Scanning in which direction? North, south, east, west.
No, what? North.
Or in between.
North.
North? Like up towards the bridge?
Like northeast is.
The south and west are blocked, so
Like this direction?
Like no, like more up towards the bridge, like up where the shadow and no, I'm sorry, you were in the right way, but where the light and shadow kind of meet, up that way. Yeah, like up in there.
All right.
0.
Huh?
0 look that way.
Yeah, and I made the observation if you want me to roll one.
Go ahead and roll your observation.
Made.
You don't see anything. Zero looks this way.
Uh-huh.
You don't see anything. You guys do hear the wolves, though, on the other side of that river, still sniffing and howling.
How about like along the rooftops? Anything there? Like above?
The
Infernal
same,
Wood?
in the same direction or a different direction?
Like above the infernal guy on the rooftops that.
Okay,
of the
rolling up,
buildings.
rolling up observation.
Yes.
You see her right up here on the peak of that,
Nice.
looking down at you.
She's on the peak of the roof above.
Good call. Good call.
The first one was just a casual misdirection. Don't worry about that.
Should look at those two that they see up there.
Like-
Do they look aggressive?
Like I said, he stands up right here, and then he slowly just walks out like this, looking in your direction. And he stops right there.
She just looks around at the party. Well, friend or foe? That's a fucking question, isn't it?
I think we're at the point where we have to find out because we're standing in the gunslinger position right now.
Yeah. Well, who's got the best charisma?
Mine's 25.
Well, there you fucking go.
As that's going on, you hear something behind you land on the other side of the river, on the same side that you're on.
We're gonna scoot down slowly.
Yeah.
As Goblin kind of steps forward.
Alright, as you move to about right here,
Uh-huh.
this being moves to here, and this being flies down this direction, and around the corner from to the north behind you, you see two werewolf lycans come around the corner. And we're going to roll initiative next week. That's going to be the end of the episode.
You said we were going long, you son of a bitch.
You did!
How could
I
you?
thought you said we were going longer.
He said we could, and he changed his mind.
Come on, tell me y'all didn't know he was gonna do that.
No, we trusted him this time.
On
We had to
that.
betrayed my trust. So,
The fuck?
No, it's good.
Now we have to wait a whole before we die.
Daz, I want to know how it feels being a player.
I'm good. I'm ready to throw down. So
I mean, with the cliffhanger, how did that feel? Piss you off?
how does it feel having your first battle taken away? Yeah, answer that question.
I don't know. I feel okay because now I'm going to think about. Now I have time to actually process
Yeah.
it. Right?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna
Yeah.
do? Okay, I know where these people are. Let's see what I got.
You mean press over it the whole week?
Start processing it. Well, I can go through all kinds of.
Well, I was just curious what your take on it was going to be. They've had to deal with it for a long time, and you got to see it from watching it, and now you're a part of it. So I was just curious. But anyway, some great gaming this
That's
weekend is wonderful.
Yeah.
Next weekend's going to be the season finales, and obviously we've got to do this. So maybe this is the season finale. Maybe the Immortals is the season finale. Who knows?
For real. I think it's hilarious.
Who knows? I love
So-
that. Please, who
Right.
knows? I don't know, GM. Who knows? Who do you think knows?
I thought we were gonna go extra long tonight. I wasn't expecting it. I got
I know.
my
I drink,
out.
I drink more coffee, you son of a bitch.
And I bring 4 sodas.
You know that you have arrived when your players call you a son of a bitch.
I don't call you that.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
Don't talk to me.
But by the way, for the record, Brian texted me before he got home last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Told
true.
you. I fucking knew he wasn't gonna be able to stand himself.
Oh no. It took me a second, and literally, I was like, "Really? You? I thought you weren't texting."
I said I
Uh-huh.
wasn't speaking. Texting isn't speaking.
It's all good. Guys, like, subscribe, share, hit the ding ding. We love you, yeah, fans. Thank you so much. We are Original GM, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.
As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory, we are free. Timeless heroes, legends grand. Together we save this land.